Hello everyone, welcome back to part 5. Today we'll be modeling the foot. Now here we this is where we left off last time, and here we go. So for the foot I just duplicated the last vertices where the ankles are and then create a new object, hopefully to merge it together later on. So first of all, just get the general shape right and then add in the subdivision modifier and we can add more details in. Right, that base of the foot looks kind of bad. That's going to haunt me later. Yeah, so I tried to extrude it out and then make the toes, but then I realized it's quite difficult that way, so I did basically what I did for the hand and just created 6 vertex cylinders, joined them at the edges, and then extrude them out and hopefully later join them back with the base of the foot, like now. So make sure to remember that as you go along, continuously look from front view and side view and top view and just all the views to make sure that everything looks good, and that will save you a lot of issues later on. I think I made a mistake here as well. I should have joined sort of the toes together, because right now you can see me extruding and there's a lot of curve in between the toes, and you really want the toes to be kind of touching. So I think at some point I just delete all of this and restart. Okay, restart it again. Oh, still looks so bad. Just restart. Just delete it.
No!
Restart
God!
it again. So
No!
create
God, please,
some
no!
hexagons and then extrude them. Okay, so now you see that I'm joining the edges rather than creating faces. And this is the same issue I had with the hand, that if you create a face, you'll get this kind of square well looking thing. So it's better to just join the edges and then extrude from there. Okay, so now it's looking a little bit better. And so the toes are kind of done, and then we're just gonna start trying to fit this with the base of the foot by collapsing 3 vertices into one, so you should just keep minusing the vertices until they match. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say here. This is basically the same idea as the hand. And after matching it and making sure all the vertices look smooth enough, we'll turn on the subdivision modifier and start sculpting. And every time you sculpt and you can't seem to pull, either decimate or pull or inflate a part of a mesh, just add in a bit more edge loop because there's not enough detail there, most likely. Yeah, it's looking really bad at this point. And I think it was silly of me to try to extrude the base of the foot to try to create some kind of sole, but it just looks weird. So I just deleted the whole thing, as you can see, and then grid filled it to make it more smooth, which is a much better idea. So now there's this weird crimple at the bottom of the foot, and I think the issue there was, again, I had to recalculate the normals. Okay, now it's about smoothing out vertices. As you can see, all the loops up on the side of the foot kind of curved and joined together, and it was just pinching together. So smoothing it out will make the mesh look a lot better, like usually. Okay, now I'm using the sculpting brush to just shapen the foot to make it a little more human, hopefully. And again, you can use the same trick by just using the sculpting brush and see which vertices move, and then go into edit mode and move that vertex into the place that you really want. So to create the toenails, it's the same idea as that of the hand. Because my toes were not very homogeneous, you can see the toenails also look very inhomogeneous. But hey, maybe that's a little bit more realistic. I don't think my toenails are very homogeneous. It's a weird thing to say. Ooh, okay, adding in a bit more edge loops to create that little curvature in your toes, just like in your hands. I think there's not much more except just sculpting it a little more. I think at this whole point, I kept looking at my own foot, and I really should have just put a picture on the side. It'll make it easier. So I'm trying to create that bump on, you know, the inside and outside of your foot. And I think I forgot on the outside edge. So I only have one bump right now, and I'll add that bump. But I forgot to record adding it, so you'll just see it in the future. But to add the bump, just pull an vertex out or use the sculpting brush. I think right now the foot still looks really flat, so I'm trying to make it more fat in the vertical direction, but not too curved upwards, if you know what I mean. And also I needed the arch on the bottom of the foot. Yeah, things would have been a lot easier if I had just a reference image, but I decided to just keep looking at my own foot. Then again, I'm gonna make her wear shoes probably in the future, so I didn't really want to spend too much time focusing on the foot. Okay, I think I was pretty much done at this point. So just make sure there's a same to match the number of vertices with the leg, and then yeah. So what I did here was, instead of painstakingly merging the vertices, I just click the loop of the foot and the loop of the body, and then you do I think Control E, and then you do bridge edge loops, and then it will just Blender will automatically create faces joining the two loops if they have the same number of vertices. So that's a nice shortcut. Here's the final result, including everything. And in the next video, we will start doing texturing and UV unwrapping, of course, first. Thank you.